guys, welcome back to Rooted Vines. Thank you for joining us today. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you share when you can. So this is Mayaka Anderson. I am part of Rooted Vines, and I wanted to come on today to talk about fasting and detox. So this is a subject I covered on Facebook in my group, Rooted Vines. If you want to jump on over to Facebook and check it out, you can. Or you can just continue to watch now. All right, so caveat. I have my Roddy out here, and we're outside. And I'm praying that she doesn't bark. So if I kind of like abruptly stop this is probably why, because her bark is no joke. All right, so talking about fasting and detox. A lot of people think fasting and detox are the same thing. They are not, but they are quite similar. All right, so I'm going to start off today by talking about detoxing. Okay, so when you hear the word detox, a lot of people think of like juice cleansing, fasting, but really detoxing is about taking toxins and removing them out of your body, out of the system. Okay, so when you hear detox, that's what you should be thinking about: removing the toxins that are inside of our bodies, outside of our bodies. Okay. Fasting can be a form of detoxing, so that's where that similarity part comes in. But basically, detoxing, eliminating toxins. All right, so D and then tox, detoxing. All right, you got it. All right, so I know. One of the main reasons we do want to detox our bodies is because it can give you more energy, right? And it can help you improve your digestion and up your immune system. So, you know, in today's age, it's so important to make sure that your immune system is boosted. And a great way to do that is naturally, right? So that's what we want to do. So the downside is that we eat too much processed food and we drink a lot of caffeine and alcohol. And with detoxing, people really have a hard time with that. And sometimes we can have side effects, right? People who drink a lot of coffee, you know, when you stop cold turkey, you get those headaches, that head fog. Some people even get nauseated, even when taking themselves not just off of caffeine, but sugar. In certain processed foods. And we all know about alcohol withdrawal. Really hard on the system to just stop and not have those negative side effects. It is worth it. They will subside usually. If you are a serious drinker to the point that you might be an alcoholic, I would definitely check with your physician before you try to stop alcohol cold turkey, or just to let them know. So if you really have bad side effects, they'll know what's going on. Also, I would definitely check with your doctor, period, if you're getting ready to detox, especially those who are on medications, because like I said, some of those negative effects can be quite serious in some people. Every individual is different. So it's really good if you just check with your physician before you do anything new to your lifestyle and diet. All right. So age also can make a big difference with detoxing, because younger people have more resilience. Their body can bounce back. Older people, depending on your lifestyle, what you've been putting in your body, it can get a little harder and it can be a little tricky. So again, you want to check with your physician before you do anything. Detoxing also is not just about the physical body, but it is also about the mindset and spirituality. Today we get so busy with life that sometimes we forget to detox ourselves and our mind. Sometimes we need to just stop and get away, you know, remove yourself from your desk at work, go outside, take in a deep breath, just to get your mind reset. That is a form of detoxing. And another form of detoxing is letting technology go for a while. Sometimes I go on technology breaks, like my cell phone. Maybe I'll take it, won't be on it for a week. I know that's extreme, right? Somebody be like, I can't live without my phone for a week. The whole world will fall apart. I assure you, it will not fall apart. Not watching the news. I never watched the news. I stopped because I realized that the news had me stressed out. It had me jumpy. I felt like like I just had a big cup of coffee. Like I'm jittery, I'm jumpy, I'm nervous, I'm stressed out, and I don't even know why. But I realized when I stopped watching the news, um, life is so much better. If something's going to happen, just let it happen, right? I'm not going to be able to stop it. And you can only prepare so much for certain things, as far as I'm concerned, right? So just live your life and be in the moment. Just be in the moment and just be. Reality shows is something else I don't watch. I don't get off on watching drama and other people live a stressed life, because then that stress is just transference onto you and you might not even recognize it. But I assure you, somewhere down the line, it is affecting your life. So take a break from social media, the news, your phone. Don't give over to negative energies and negative emotions. All right. We do need to detox from that. Let's see. I do have notes here, so I want to make sure I hit everything. Um, let's see. So you may be asking, well, how can you detox? The fast and easiest way to detox, and really there's no simple way, we're going to start with small changes. Sometimes people like to say, I'm going to detox or I'm going to fast, and they jump right into it. They don't prepare, and they make goals that are too big. They bite off more than they can chew. For you to be successful and give yourself grace and try to get to your goal, whatever that may be for your reason for detoxing, you want to make small changes. So what you can do is add a lot more fruit into your diet, and a lot more vegetables into your diet with the rest of your food, whatever you're eating. But what you're going to do is try and stuff as much fruit and vegetables as you can. And then you're going to drink a lot of water. So if you're someone who has like 3 cups of coffee a day, take one of those cups out and make that cup water. Okay? And then, maybe 2 weeks, you take 2 cups of coffee out, 2 cups of water, 1 cup of coffee. So you just give yourself a chance by doing small changes and making sure that you can. All right, I had to turn off for a second because my radio was going off. The school bus went by. She knows she don't like no school buses. All right. So you want to make those small changes so that you win, and at the end of the day you get to your goal. Some people like the 24-hour fast. So like maybe Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays you do a 24-hour fast. Or maybe you just do it on Mondays and see how you feel before you go and add on another day. So that's also called an intermittent fast. If you can do a 24-hour fast where you just fast for one whole day, see how you feel, and then later on maybe schedule another 24-hour fast. Or you can do 24-hour fast on a Monday, eat on Tuesday, 24-hour fast on Wednesday. That is part of an intermittent fast where you stop eating and then you eat. So you're giving your body a chance to rest and heal one day before you start replenishing yourself again. But if you choose to do that, the days that you do replenish your body, make sure that you feed it fruits and vegetables and things that are soft and easy on the tummy. Oh, honey, having a Roddy is like having a child. In and out, in and out. Got me opening that door, letting my good air out. Anyways, okay, so if you're going to do an intermittent fast, like I was saying, just make sure you replenish your body with those things that are healthy. You definitely want to replenish it with lots of water to make it easier on your digestive system, right? Because again, detoxing, we're getting rid of those toxins. It's going to make it easier on your system. We want to make sure we focus on whole foods, not processed food. Very hard for a lot of people. Not fast food, but food that you are going to make with your own, 2 hands, all right? So we're going to do lots of veggies. We're going to do a lot of fruit. We're going to do a lot of juicing. And again, lots of water. Another great way is to sweat out the toxins, right? Because detox is all about what? Getting rid of toxins. So another way that you can get rid of this is by exercising. Can't even talk. Exercising, cardio workout, or body strengthening, right? So you want to sweat the toxins out of your body. And a lot of people like to go to the sauna because it does the same thing. You're in that heat, it starts to sweat out those toxins. They come out through your skin. So that is a form of detoxing. Didn't know that, right? But you get your body flowing, you get the blood going through through the body, and then you sweat it out, right? And exercising also helps with your mental stability, and it also helps with what did I want to say? Doggone it, I forgot. Stress. It helps with stress. All right, okay. And another thing, because we are at Rooted Vines all about aligning the mind, body, and spirit. So mindfulness is another way to deal with detox. So meditation, deep breathing, because sometimes we have to push out that negativity, right? Breathe in, push it out. Sometimes you can feel that weight that's been sitting on your shoulders just lift because of the breathing techniques. So it's just an overall, good body kind of technique thing to do, and you can do it at your job, breathing. Take a walk during your lunch break, enjoy nature. All of that is part of detoxing. What kind of foods can you eat when you detox? Leafy greens. All right, we got your kale, your spinach, and yes, you know them collard greens, honey. Rich in chlorophyll, which helps detoxify the liver, because we have to help our bodies. It's been years and years that we have been mistreating it, feeding it all kinds of things that aren't intended for the body to have in it, and yet it keeps going. The digestive system keeps working, the kidneys keep working, the lungs keep going in and out, even with the abuse that we're giving it. Our bodies are truly amazing at healing itself and dealing with the crap that we put in it. You also eat lots of broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. That also helps with natural detoxification. So you don't have to do the medicines, but you can just eat a lot of these things. Berries. I cannot tell you how powerful berries are. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. I don't care. If it's a berry, you need to be stuffing it in your body. It helps with cell regeneration from the damage that all the toxins are doing while they're in there. And berries are delicious. You can't have enough berries. I love a big bowl of berries and then like coconut whipped cream on top. Oh, to die for. To die for. Garlic. Who doesn't love garlic? Eat lots of garlic. Put it on everything. In everything. It is a wonderful liver support and a detoxification. Citrus fruits. Now, before I say anything about citrus fruits, just let me say, if you are on medication, please check with your doctor before you eat citrus fruits. Grapefruits nullify a lot of medications where they will not work. So before you trace off and get a grapefruit and eat it because you heard it's so great, make sure you check with your doctor if you're on any medications or your healthcare professional to make sure that you're not on any medications where the grapefruit will nullify it. If you ever go to like a hospital, you'll see that they'll never have grapefruit on the menu. There's a reason. Okay, now that we've talked about detox, let's jump on over to fasting. Why don't we? So a lot of people know a little bit about fasting. They know that you don't eat. All right. They've heard mostly about the Daniel fast from the Bible, where you eat everything from the land, anything that grows. And lots of water, right? But one thing I want to say about fasting, it has been shown that it does help with brain function. It helps with clarity, and it also helps with like memory. No, just kidding. Clarity, brain fog, all of that, cognitive performance. Fasting has been linked to that. Let's see what else I want to make sure I let you know. Before you fast, yes. Before you fast, please check with your doctor. Let them know what you are doing ahead of time, just in case you had negative effects by it. Maybe your blood pressure is dropping like crazy because you haven't had anything to eat. You feel dizzy. Maybe you almost fall down in the morning. Make sure you talk to your doctor so that they can help you determine what fast is best for you, especially if you are up in age. Like I said, fasting and detoxing helps with mental clarity. The most popular fasts You have the water fast, where all you do is drink water all day for an extended period of time. So you get to set the time. If it's a day, if it's 2 days, whatever it is. But you have nothing but water. The next one is juice fast. Real vegetables or real fruits or a mixture of both, but they must be real juice. I'm not talking about Smoothie King. I'm not talking about, I want you to juice your vegetables and your fruit. And you're going to drink only that for a certain extended of time, whatever time that you set. Intermittent fasting, which I talked about, intermittent detox, where you're fasting and then you're eating. So some people might fast in the morning. So they wake up in the morning and maybe they won't eat until 1. Or maybe they only do breakfast. Or maybe they only do lunch, 1 meal a day, and then the rest of the time they're fasting. Some people fast at night. Their last meal is going to be like at 5 o'clock. And then so they're fasting from 5 p.m. maybe to 5 a.m. or maybe to 11. So that's an intermittent fast. Anytime you're doing that, again, you want to make sure that when you do replenish your body, you replenish it with healthy and real fruit and vegetables. Then you have something called a master cleanse. Now this is something new. I have never tried it, and I think I've read about it once a long time ago, where you take lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup, and I'm hoping you mix it with some water and then you take it for a master cleanse. I'm not sure. So that is yet to be seen. Now, I do know there is a lot of benefit in cayenne pepper, so definitely look that up. I used to put it in my coffee when I worked at the ER for my night shifts. Gives you a little boost, gives you great benefits. But I'm not sure about that lemon juice and maple syrup. So if anybody tries that, please put it down in the comments and let me know how that went down. The best foods to eat while you're fasting, number 1 is bone broth. Has anybody ever had surgery, been in the hospital for anything, had a child? They always give you that little bone broth soup in the cup. Horrible. But it turns out it has great nutrients in the healing, rich in good fats, and great in minerals. So bone broth, that means that's all you're drinking for the day is bone broth juice. I think that would get a little boring after a while. I know it did when I had my kids. Like, who wants bone broth juice? But if you're committed to fasting, you want bone broth juice. All right. Fruits and vegetables. You know, fruits and vegetables, you can never go wrong with real fruits and vegetables. You can fast only having the fruits and vegetables. That is part of the Daniel fast. The Daniel fast is also 21 days. So you would go 21 days with nothing but fruits and vegetables and water. All right. Nuts and seeds are permitted in fasting, small amounts, because nuts and a lot of the nuts are really potent when it comes to the good fats that it gives and the benefits of them. So you don't need many. I think Brazilian nuts you need like 4 or 5. And I think almonds, they say you only like 3 or 4, maybe 5. You know, a day. That's how powerful they are. Kind of crazy, huh? So it's important to know what type of foods that you're going to have around when you do decide to fast or you decide to detox, right? Because one thing that I noticed, that planning is essential. Me and my sister did a Daniel fast, and but we just jumped into it and we didn't plan it. So it was really tough to make it to our goal. We did it, but it was hard because we were constantly trying to figure out what we're going to eat. And we should have had a plan for, you know, morning, night, snacks, whatever it is. So that we would be ready and not have to worry about what we're going to eat. And so we didn't have to concentrate on food, because one thing with the Daniel fast, you shouldn't be thinking about when's my next meal or I'm so hungry. It's really a spiritual fast. So whatever that you're seeking, whatever knowledge or wisdom that you're looking for, that's what you need to be focused on when you're in the Daniel fast. So it's really hard to focus properly and to read scriptures or prayer when you're not sure what you're going to be eating, versus if you know what you're going to be eating, you have the items in the house, it makes it a lot easier to make it to your goal. Because I know I feel really bad when I mess up with the Daniel fast, because I don't always make it through, And that's just the truth because we're human, you know, you got to give yourself grace. So make sure you prepare, whether you detox, whether you're fasting. Prepare, make sure that you have your mind right, make sure you have the proper food in the house, make sure that, you know, you have the time to implement cooking it, because sometimes that takes some time. It takes some time. And sometimes you be hungry and you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait. And you got to be snacking on them carrots, looking crazy. But you definitely want to stay hydrated through your fast and through your detox water. Spring water is the best. I like Mountain Valley. It comes in the glass bottle, which is always good because, you know, the plastic carries a lot of chemicals. So we want to kind of downplay that as much as we can with having glass instead of plastic. So Mountain Valley spring water is really good. I know there's some other spring waters, but that's what we talked about in our Facebook group. So I'll just keep it kind of, you know, the same, whatever. I can't think of the word right now. I think this head wrap is a little too tight today. Make sure that for those who are on coffee, alcohol, sodas that are addicted to sugar, you're going to gradually wean yourself off because, like I said, you can come into some little side effects that can be daunting. Always check with your physician before you detox and you fast. I want to put that out there again. And we just want to continue to flush these toxins. So sometimes you can just schedule, like, when are you going to fast? Are you going to fast like once a month, once every 2 months? Just make a schedule and get a habit of it. Like I said, start out small. And if you start out small, the more that you do it, the more that you'll get to a point where you won't have to do, you can go without your coffee for longer extended periods of time and drink water. And like I said, headaches, fatigue, and nausea is just some of the side effects that you can have. Another thing, like I said, if you're fasting, check with your doctor because sometimes first thing in the morning, you need something in your body. Otherwise, you feel a little lightheaded. Some people pass out. So I don't want you to be going for long periods of time if that is not good for you. So check with your doctor because I don't want you to become looking for me when I just told you, you know, what you need to be doing. Anyways, let's see. Did I say everything I need to say? Again, the evidence suggests that detoxing and fasting will help with your mental focus, your clarity, and your consistency. So I did a poll a while back ago, and I asked everybody, what do they struggle with health and wellness? Everyone got back to me and was like, consistency. Why are we struggling with consistency? Because we're too busy. We're not detoxing our mind, we're not detoxing our spirit, and we're not detoxing our body. So when you have more clarity, you're able to be more consistent because you can see the vision, you can see the goal, and you're able to move towards it. It gives you more energy. So a lot of times we're not consistent because we're tired. And what do? We come home from picking up the kids. We got McDonald's in the bag. We get on that couch or we get on that phone and we zone out. We're not feeding our minds anything. We're not pouring back into ourselves. We're just taking in a lot of negative emotions and negative feelings, and we're not giving our time, our bodies and our minds time to decompress all that has happened, to review, to get in touch with your feelings. How are you feeling? Why are you feeling this way? What happened today? And just think, if you are feeling the way you do, how are your kids feeling when they come home? And you don't even have the energy to address their feelings. How are you feeling? How did your day go? You know, what are you dealing with? But now the kids are now zoning out on video games, on their own phone, doing other things that are not pouring back into their lives. And so it's just a vicious cycle of us not only just building up toxins from the food, but we're also building up negative emotions from the things that we're taking in by phone, and we're just completely ignoring our spirituality. No one is praying, no one is meditating, we're not doing breathing techniques, we're not grounding our toes in the ground, we're not outside with nature thinking thanking the Most High for all of the beautiful things and the supplies that we have. And so we're becoming a very numb people. And we really need to work on self. And one way to do that is to fast, to detox, to show your body and the Most High that you appreciate this thing. Because this heart keeps beating. I don't know how it does it, but it does. My mind keeps thinking, I don't know. I keep seeing, I'm hearing stuff. I don't know. I'm able to walk around. My liver's working. These lungs are breathing in and out. It's just a miracle, right? Every day I'm a walking miracle. I don't know how this works. So at the very least, I can treat it kindly. I can give it love. I can give it attention. I can take that spiritual bath when I need it. Stand in that shower and let that hot water just run over me. I can just fall on my knees and be thankful. I can sit outside and listen to the birds chirp. I can take advantage of the apples that keep producing on apple trees, the oranges that keep popping up, the lettuce that won't stop growing, the spinach that just keeps getting high. Like, when you think about the marvelousness of this realm and that all things are possible and that nothing is impossible, it just really puts things in perspective. So thank you for joining me at Rooted Vines today as we talked about fasting and detox. If you are not part of my Facebook group, please jump in there. We have a beautiful family who is learning and supporting all things health and wellness. Stop by our store, www.rootedvines.store, and check out some of the items that we sell there. All right, you guys, we will be back next Sunday. And we will be talking about mindfulness. So we will be discussing this in the Facebook group live. And then I will bring it to you to YouTube and share it here. Make sure to like, love, share, comment below. And I will see you the following Sunday. God bless you. I hope that peace, abundance, an opportunity comes just blowing through your door. All right, you guys.